So, I was going to do a whole video on this, but I realised making an entire video about people say stupid things online about teams they don't like really isn't worth an entire thing. What else do you expect? But the Eagles obviously weren't, one of the absolute favourite teams, especially at the beginning of the season, to, make it all the way to the Super Bowl. However, that is exactly what they've gone and done after, of course, beating the Vikings. And so I remembered, of course, Alshon Jeffery made a certain guarantee. Well, to be fair, he made the guarantee originally about the Bears winning a Super Bowl, and then after being with the Eagles when they were already 9-1, he said that he doubles down on that and saying, he didn't say a team. He said, we are going to win a Super Bowl, and, well, we now is him on the Eagles. That's what he claimed anyway, so, how did that happen? You saw the arrow. So, point is, he's saving that as if that happens, he told the future. Of course, he actually said about the Bears, which really is just, confidence in whatever team he's on. So it's not really that impressive. However, because I remembered that and because I know what NFL.com comments can look like sometimes, especially because I link through Facebook and everybody gets a little bit more stupid on Facebook, I thought, why not go back to those articles and back to a bunch of articles about the Eagles all season long and from before the season started and things like that. Why not go and take a look at them and take a look at some of the comments to see, what some of the geniuses... How do you throw a lob pass? That's a touch pass. How do you throw a lob pass? Oh, that was good enough. Okay. So I thought, why not take a look at what some of the geniuses of the internet have had to say about the Eagles all season long? And, well, there were some good ones. Of course, again, I'm not saying, whoa, look at these people, they're so ridiculously stupid for being wrong. I'm just saying, look, it's pretty funny that... Okay. Oh, well, to be fair, Jay Ajayi almost was ridiculously stupid. I'm saying, it's funny. This is probably why you shouldn't, say bold statements online, at least negative ones. If they're positive ones, you just look over enthusiastic. If they're negative, you look like you're just sour. And, well, a lot of people look sour now. So let's take a look at some of them. I haven't really exactly decided how I'm going to do this. I may look at them afterwards and just read them out whilst I continue playing this, because I really haven't thought this far ahead, because I'm not going to be able to look at them as I play this. So we'll start off with a pretty soft one. This is on an article about Jeffrey doubling down on his guarantee that the Eagles will now win the Super Bowl. And this guy, says it's a pretty big guarantee. Obviously, the Eagles are the good team. He just personally doesn't think they're Super Bowl bound. Now, like I said, they're not all supposed to be stupid. It's just, nobody expected this. Mind you, this was also when the Eagles were already 9-1, but he doesn't see them as Super Bowl bound. Now, the way I see this is there's no reason to be, negative in the comments online about things like that. You can think to yourself, they probably won't make it, but when you say the Eagles won't even make it to the Super Bowl, much less win it, and the Eagles make it to the Super Bowl, I just hope nobody comes back and replies to your comment. So this is a good one, because apparently Alshon Jeffery turned down an offer by the Vikings of multiple years when he accepted the Eagles' one-year deal, and in the comments to that, one person says he should have taken the Vikings offer, and this one seems to be a neutral one because he says I wouldn't bet on Jeffrey staying healthy, so this is more like a why are you betting on yourself, you better have taken the longer term deal. Jeffrey now got a big time longer term deal from the Eagles, and then this comment definitely is from a Vikings fan, should have taken the Vikings deal. Oh well. By that I think he means, oh well, he'll just have to settle for a Super Bowl appearance. And now I know this is becoming an Alshon Jeffery-centric thing rather than being about the Eagles, but that's where all the gold was. So in the offseason, Jeffery also said he wanted to play for a contender. So on the article where it was announced that he signed with the Eagles, people had things like this to say. Didn't he say he wants to play for a contender? Shaking my head. What we learned this season is that a team is quite easily able to become a contender when good players join them. So we're not just about Jeffery here. This was on an article about LeGarrette Blount joining the Eagles, and this guy says, I guess the playoffs or Super Bowl aren't important to him. Well, he's checked both those boxes now. Well, actually, he'll check the second one in 2 weeks. This one is great, and in reference to the new players joining the team, this one says no more petty excuses for Wentz now. Now when they're horrible again, I wonder what the Eagles' excuses will be. Well, they're so far beyond that. They're not just not making excuses for Wentz anymore. They don't even have to make excuses for Nick Foles. And this last one is a good one because this guy's made his own guarantees absolutely worthless. I guarantee Minnesota or New Orleans will beat Philly. They are not going to the Super Bowl. Well, Minnesota did not beat them, and the team that beat the Saints did not beat them because, well, it was Minnesota, and, well, they are going to the Super Bowl. And now back to Gauntlet, where I have a bit of a meltdown. This is the most broken level on Gauntlet. Without a doubt, it is the most broken level. I mean, look, C-gap. So, I'm going to even say, let's assume the C-gap moves right. So, if these two swap over, the C-gap is now between the outside of the tight end and the outside of the tackle. I'm pointing at the screen as if you can see me do that. Let's assume that C-gap is that. It constantly moves. Or let's just, all we're going to do now is completely ignore the running back. It says blitz through the C-gap and make the tackle, but we can't do that. We're just going to ignore the running back, and we're going to make sure we get through that C-gap between... I don't get it. I don't get it. What else could I have done there? What else could I have done? He immediately jumps. It's impossible. This is a stupidly broken level. They always have these. And how many months has this game been out for? I'm over it because I don't really care that much, but that is ridiculous. What? Come on, man. Anyway, that does it for this one. We made it to 31 points. Would I like to make it further, but some stupid mistakes. But it's not the main point of this video. The main point of the video was to say, hey, look how obviously nobody expected, well, not nobody expected, plenty of Eagles fans thought the Eagles could take it far this season. But even as they were 9-1, there were people who thought no chance. And now they're in the Super Bowl. One win away from making Alshon Jeffery's future prediction business take off. But it's one big win that it's going to be hard to get, but you never know. I mean, the 2004 team knows, but they never know.